There's a guy named Marcus. He's 29. Lives in Denver. Makes about $63,000 a year. Not bad. Not great. He's got student loans. He drives a used Honda. He's been saving for a house. But then his best friend from college posts a picture. New SUV. Leather seats. Capture says, "Finally treated myself." And just like that, Marcus opens another tab. He's looking at car loans. He's forgotten about the house. He doesn't even realize it's happening. This is how comparison quietly rewrites your financial goals. And if you've ever felt like your money priorities shift based on what you see around you, this video is going to change how you see yourself. Because what you're about to learn isn't just about money. It's about who you think you're supposed to become. Most people believe they know what they want. They think their goals come from inside. But here's the truth. The majority of your financial desires aren't yours. They've been handed to you. By your friends. By your coworkers. By Instagram. By the neighbor who just renovated his kitchen. And the scary part, you don't even notice it happening. It's subtle. It's silent. And it's completely rewriting the life you thought you were building. Let me tell you what happened to a woman named Jessica. She's 34. She lives in Austin. She makes $72,000 a year. She was on track. She had a plan. She was saving 15% of her income. She was paying down debt. She was doing everything right. Then her younger sister got engaged. And the wedding was in Napa. Destination bachelorette party, dress fittings, bridal showers. Jessica spent over $4,000 in 6 months. Money she didn't have. She put it on a credit card. And here's the thing, she didn't even want to go to half of those events. But she felt like she had to. Because what would people think? What would her sister think? And, just like that, her financial goals got rewritten. Not by her, by the invisible pressure of what everyone else expected. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't process money in a vacuum. It processes it relative to the people around you. This is called social comparison theory, and it's one of the most powerful forces in your financial life. A study from the Federal Reserve found that people are more likely to go into debt when their peers are visibly spending more. Not because they need the things, but because they feel left behind. They feel less than, and that feeling is more expensive than any product you'll ever buy. Let me ask you something. Have you ever bought something not because you needed it, but because someone else had it? Be honest. Have you ever upgraded your phone earlier than you planned because your coworker got the new one? Have you ever gone out to eat when you were trying to save, just because your friends were going? Have you ever felt like your apartment wasn't good enough until you saw someone else's? That's not weakness. That's not a character flaw. That's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's trying to keep you connected to your tribe. The problem is, your tribe isn't living in a cave anymore. Your tribe is on a screen, and they're showing you the highlight reel, and your brain thinks that's the standard. But this is where it changes. Because once you see the system, you can't unsee it. And that's when you get your power back. Let me show you how deep this goes. There's a concept in behavioral economics called the hedonic treadmill. It means that no matter what you achieve, no matter what you buy, your happiness resets. You get the new car. You feel great for 2 weeks. Then, it's just your car. You get the promotion. You feel amazing for a month. Then it's just your job. But here's the twist. The treadmill speeds up when you're comparing, because every time you level up, someone else levels up too. And now you're chasing again. You're stuck. And the only way off is to stop running someone else's race. I want you to think about the last big purchase you made. The one that felt important. The one that felt like it mattered. Now ask yourself. Did you want it 6 months before you bought it? Or did you want it after you saw someone else have it? This is the question that changes everything. Because if the answer is the second one, then that purchase wasn't a goal. It was a reaction. And reactions are expensive. Here's the truth. Most people are not living their financial goals. They're living their social goals. And they don't even know it. They think they want the bigger house. But what they really want is the feeling of being enough. They think they want the designer bag. But what they really want is the feeling of being seen. They think they want the vacation. But what they really want is proof that they're winning. And none of that is real. None of that lasts. But the debt does. The stress does. The feeling of being behind does. Now let me give you the data. Because this isn't just theory. According to the Federal Reserve, The average American has over $6,000 in credit card debt, and a huge portion of that is discretionary spending. Spending that didn't come from need. It came from want. And that want came from comparison. A study by the American Psychological Association found that people who frequently compare themselves to others report higher levels of financial stress, even when their income is stable. It's not about how much you make. It's about how much you think you should be making, or spending, or showing. And this is why that matters. Because if your goals are shaped by comparison, you will never feel like you've arrived. Ever. You'll always be one step behind. Because there will always be someone with more, someone with better, someone with newer, and if that's your measuring stick, you've already lost. So let's talk about what to do. Not theory, not motivation, actual steps. Things you can do this week, things that will change how you see money, and how you see yourself. Step 1. Write down your top 3 financial goals right now. Don't think, just write. Now, next to each one, write when you first wanted it. Was it a year ago? 5 years ago? Or was it last month after you saw someone else have it? Be ruthless with this. Because if the goal showed up after the comparison, it's not your goal. It's a borrowed goal, and borrowed goals cost you your future. Step 2. Unfollow, mute, curate. I know this sounds simple, but it works. If someone's content makes you feel behind, unfollow them. If someone's lifestyle makes you feel less than, mute them. Your mental space is real estate, and you're letting people live there rent-free. People who don't even know you exist. Stop giving them access. Protect your mind like you protect your bank account, because what goes into your mind shapes what comes out of your wallet. Step 3. Create a comparison firewall. This is a rule. Before you make any purchase over $100, wait 72 hours, and during that time, ask yourself, did I want this last month? Or did I want this after I saw it on someone else? If it's the second one, don't buy it. Walk away. This one rule will save you thousands of dollars a year. And more importantly, it will save you from living a life you didn't choose. Step 4. Redefine winning. Because right now, society is telling you what winning looks like. It looks like the new car, the bigger house, the exotic vacation. But that's not winning. That's performing. Real winning is having money in the bank. Real winning is not stressing about rent. Real winning is being able to say no to things that don't serve you. Real winning is sleeping at night. And nobody posts that. Nobody brags about their emergency fund. But that's where freedom lives. Step 5. Track one thing. Just one. Track how much you spend on things that were influenced by other people. Dinners you didn't want to go to. Clothes you bought because someone else had them. Subscriptions you signed up for because everyone was talking about them. Track it for 1 month. Don't judge it, just see it. Because awareness is the first step to control. And control is the first step to freedom. If you're still watching, you're already different. Most people would have clicked away. But you're here, and that tells me something. It tells me you're ready to stop living on autopilot. You're ready to stop letting the world set your goals. And if that's true, do me a favor. Leave a comment and just say, I'm done comparing. That's it. Because when you say it out loud, it becomes real. And I want to see how many of us are waking up. Now let's go deeper. Because I want to show you the identity shift. The thing that makes all of this permanent. Here it is. You are not your income. You are not your car. You are not your apartment. You are not your job title. You are not your Instagram feed. You are the choices you make when no one is watching. You are the goals you set when no one is applauding. You are the life you build when you stop performing. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. Let me tell you about a guy named David. He's 31. He lives in Charlotte. He used to make $80,000 a year. He had the nice apartment, the nice car, the nice clothes, and he was miserable. Because he was living for other people. Then he did something crazy. He moved into a smaller place. He sold the car. He started biking to work. And people thought he was failing. They thought he was going backwards. But he wasn't. He was building. He was saving 40% of his income. He was investing. He was buying his freedom. And 2 years later, he quit his job. He started his own thing. And now, he makes twice what he used to. But more than that, he owns his life. And that's the shift. That's what happens when you stop comparing. You start building. Here's the truth that no one wants to say. Most people are broke because they are trying to look rich. They're financing a lifestyle that doesn't even make them happy. They're one paycheck away from panic. And they're doing it because they think that's what success looks like. But it's not. Success is quiet. Success is boring. Success is putting money away every month. Success is saying no to things you can't afford. Success is living below your means, so that one day, you can live beyond your dreams. And if you're watching this, and you feel behind, I need you to hear this. You're not behind. You're being lied to. The people who look like they're ahead are often the most in debt. The people who look like they're winning are often the most stressed. The people who look like they have it all are often the most trapped. You're not seeing the credit card bills. You're not seeing the sleepless nights. You're not seeing the fights about money. You're seeing the filter, and the filter is a lie. So let me give you the final framework. The thing you do starting today. Every time you feel the pull to compare, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Is this gold mine, or is it borrowed? 2. Will this bring me closer to freedom, or closer to stress? 3. Am I building, or am I performing? Those 3 questions will save your financial life, because they force you to pause. They force you to think. They force you to choose. And choosing is power. Now here's what to stop doing immediately. Stop scrolling when you're feeling low. Stop buying things to feel better. Stop going places you don't want to go. Stop saying yes when you mean no. Stop living for the approval of people who don't pay your bills. Stop pretending you're fine when you're not. Stop waiting for permission to live differently. Because no one is coming to give it to you. You have to take it. And here's what to start doing. Start tracking every dollar. Start asking why before you spend. Start building an emergency fund. Start automating your savings. Start investing, even if it's $10 a week. Start saying no without explaining yourself. Start unfollowing people who make you feel less than. Start celebrating the boring wins. The paid off credit card. The full savings account. The month you didn't overspend. That's the real flex. That's the real power. If this video helped you see yourself differently, share it with someone who needs it. Because this message doesn't spread unless you spread it. And I think there are millions of people who are tired of performing. Who are ready to build. Who are ready to stop letting comparison rewrite their goals. And maybe you sharing this is what helps them wake up. Here's the last thing I want to say. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not failing. You're just playing the wrong game. And the moment you realize that, you can step off the field. You can create your own game. With your own rules, with your own definition of winning. And when you do that, everything changes. Your stress drops. Your savings grow. Your confidence comes back. And you stop living in reaction. You start living in intention. And that is the most valuable thing you will ever own. So let me ask you one more time. What would your financial goals look like if no one else was watching? What would you actually want if you didn't have to prove anything to anyone? That's the question that sets you free. That's the question that gives you your life back. And I hope you take the time to answer it. Because the world needs people who are brave enough to stop comparing. And start building. And if you made it to the end of this video, you're one of those people. So go build and don't look back.